Yo, Elliot. Hey, we got a question from our buddy Greg Krutzy. He's a soccer player, right? I think that's what it says. No, tennis player. And he's reading a book by Lee Brandon called The Anatomy for Strength and Fitness Training for Speed. Now, what this author suggests in the book is that athletes do not follow sports-specific exercises in order to improve their sports performance. So, for example, the author is saying, don't mimic your sports movements with a dumbbell or with cables in your weight training endeavors, right? Because it's not going to support you, and it could actually be deleterious to your gains, your results, reaching your goal. Our buddy Greg wanted to go and do the thing, I guess he's a tennis player, so maybe take a dumbbell and pretend that he's smacking a racket and using it as a racket and smacking a ball in order to improve his performance, but now he's shook. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. Greg, if you've watched my videos for some time, I've spoken about this several occasions, and I don't know who Lee Brandon is, but I agree with him 100%. He's right. Strength training for athletes is not, when you're strength training as an athlete, you're not trying to reproduce your athletic endeavor in the weight room. What you're trying to do is build a stronger, more explosive, more agile body in the weight room. So there's the context. See, when you're weight training, you're improving your context. When you're playing your sport, you're improving your content. They're two different things, but you want them to support one another. You want the context to support the content. And that means bigger, stronger, faster, leaner, more agile, more explosive. Whatever it is that you need for the sport needs to be developed in the gym, not sports movements done in the gym. I hope that makes sense to you. You're building a foundation in the weight room so that you can go and do the sport thing when you're playing the frickin' sport. The disadvantage or the damage that you'll do if you bring the sport into the weight room is that you're gonna further facilitate patterns that have become over-programmed, right? They're, what's the term that I typically use? Basically, there are sports patterns that can damage your body. It's called pattern overload. That's the term I'm looking for. The pattern overload associated with doing this. How many freaking reps are you doing when you're out in the tennis court, right? I've never played tennis. I suck at tennis. But you're doing this, pap, 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 maybe 1,000 times a week, maybe 2,000 times a week. And you're gonna go in the fucking gym, and then you're gonna do it again, right? You're creating that pattern overload. You're further facilitating that pattern overload. You're gonna have fucked up shoulders. You don't wanna do that. What you might wanna do is reverse the damage. So if you go to the weight room and you do exercises like this, a lot of pulling exercises, I tell you what, for tennis players, deadlifts and bent over rows, you could design a program that is just gonna destroy the competition with bent over rows and deadlifts alone, right? Because they create that instantaneous axis rotation, they improve your posture, and it unwinds what you do when you're here. Another thing that I would do is reverse wood chops. You've seen me do this with cables, right? Instead of coming this way, right? Because this is what you're doing a lot of, I assume. Boom. Grab the cable from down low and bring it up this way. And that way you're unwinding your swing. The gym is a place where you develop the body. The court or the field is where you develop your sports skills. Keep them separate. So that's it, dude. I hope that's helpful to you. Follow a strength training and power training routine. You're a tennis player, so don't follow anything that's bodybuilder-esque. Follow something that's gonna add strength, but not any bulk. And also some explosive capacity. You could even do some jumping, plyometrics and things of that nature, or medicine ball throws to improve your capacity as a tennis player in the gym. So that's it, dude. I hope that helps. Talk to you next time. Yo, Elliot.